talking about Dreamforce, I think, and I'd like this to be a discussion. So if you've got views, just chime in and bat me off. We're basically going to be trying to talk about the sort of stuff that came up that was I thought of interest, and then if I've missed stuff, then come in. Right, this is a free for all, and I want you two to do this as well. Okay. First things first. Are you a hardline coder? Are you a hardline coder? You know, there's this whole kind of no code, low code, pro code, and we're pro coders, right? We write.
Yes, we love code.
And then there's the new ISIS of coding.
And then there was this quote from Mark Benioff in the opening keynote. There's less than 10 million hardline coders in the world, still hardline coders. But the low coders and the no coders, these are our trailblazers. Oh, I was really upset by this. I don't know how it makes you feel. I don't want to make people upset. Oh, yeah, and I created a hoodie and...
Just like...
Right.
So there was in the developer keynote, there was a slide. So apparently there's only 10 million coders in the world, but there's 15 million Salesforce developers in the world.
We're just extra special.
just you know.
I know. So I want to
magic math right there. So
it is, and I want to give some margin to error to Mark, really, to say that he's up on stage in this massive thing and things might be said, but he repeated the phrase hardline coders throughout the keynote, and hardline being a hardline isn't a good trait, I don't think. So I'm not upset with this.
What does it mean?
Hardline is basically someone who, I think dictionary definitions are like, isn't open to changing your mind about things, right? This is the way you do things and you're going to push things to the extreme. And I don't know about you, but I write flows, right? I've built stuff in flows. I've done all sorts of things. I work for a company that builds a no-code tool, right? So
that's why 2 million and the 10 million number are different, because 10 million hardline coders are people who are straight refusing to use.
But they're not in here. Like, they're not in here.
Nuance.
Cheats me off is what happened. Anyway, I wanted to get off my chest because it annoyed me. Let's move on for that. There was some good stuff too. MuleSoft, who's used any MuleSoft products? Who works with MuleSoft? Cool. So you've got now, there's the hands-on MuleSoft Trailhead modules. Really good fun. They're pretty cool. So you can sign up for access to the Anypoint Code Builder, make some, I don't know, apps, aren't they? I guess they call them in MuleSoft world. Are they apps? Apps, aren't they? Yeah. So create the apps and things, and then attach them to Trailhead scratch orgs and see all the magic happen. So that's really cool. Yeah, you practice your data weaving, all those kind of things. And also there's an Anypoint Code Builder VS Code extension that I think didn't exist before, but it exists now, which is also good because it means if you're kind of in the world of coding, you can still do those things anyway. And then this data cloud thing. Do you want to?
And I'll be completely honest with you guys. I looked it up on the train on the way here, right? Because I read the marketing materials and I really tried to understand what data cloud actually does. So if we think about it as a data lake, basically a service that collects different pieces of information from different locations using connectors, much like MuleSoft, so different systems providing different data, puts it all in the same place in maybe a single record, maybe multiple records, and then breaks it down into Salesforce records that you can actually use inside Salesforce. That's what Data Cloud does. It does offer some levels of transformation as well. So you don't just get that clean data that you put in there. You can transform it to a degree. And you're going to be able to try it for free now, I guess. So that's...
It's also bringing in AI, so you can use AI to clean your data.
Well...
Oh, that's dangerous statement right there. Clean your data with an AI.
Inject AI, I don't know.
Using your data to clean AI is a topic I can speak quite a lot about. The positives and negatives. We can have that conversation. But yes, if you do want to, I'm waiting for it to be open for developers. I want to build AI tools on the platform already. I don't know about you, but I've got
Adding them to Trailhead playgrounds.
Yeah, this is. Yeah, this is happening. Woo, it's part of this.
I did look today in one of my environments, and this was not accessible just yet.
Oh,
So I tried before coming here to look it up and actually get hands-on with it, but it's not available just yet. It's supposed to be available today, so I don't know if it's today American time.
So you have to go into your My account and place the free order for it.
yeah.
So you have to have that My account manage option.
You do, I don't.
Yeah.
I actually don't think I have that app because I've got one of those free partner licenses as an ISV. I don't think I've got the ability to order things. I'll have to try.
I maybe have to raise a case when it's back up. Yeah, so this is free, and Tableau is free now if you've got unlimited edition or enterprise edition or the funny sparkly editions. There are limits to them. I do hope that they introduce free tiers for the other editions as well, maybe with lower quotas and stuff possibly, but this is good, right? We start using this.
Although from what I've seen, I am starting to get the feeling they might be trying to kill off professional edition. I don't know if you've been talking to AEs, but they've been selling enterprise edition licenses for the price of professional for the last 2 months.
No, I hadn't seen that. I didn't know I've seen that. I mean, I don't talk to AEs. They don't like me.
I've been on sales calls, right? And they're offering Sales Cloud for like 60 something pounds a month.
Wow. There we are.
Saying.
There we are. Right, what's that next? Right. GraphQL. I mean, I didn't put anything else on this slide. I thought hopefully someone's going to talk to me about their experience with GraphQL. Anyone want to talk about GraphQL quickly and say what? No. In general, on the Salesforce platform, why would we be using it on the Salesforce platform? And so this is now GA in winter. Yeah, this is GA in winter. So we all get it in October, right?
I can't say anything about. Oops, sorry, I got a phone call at the same time. Oh,
I've just seen you on the TV. You're talking about GraphQL.
yeah. So, what was I saying? Now I've used GraphQL before on a React app, which then connects to another server and then ends up in Salesforce. But we're really interesting to see within Salesforce how, because what GraphQL does from a consumer perspective, from another external app, is number one thing is you write down what fields and things that you want to see, as opposed to just getting a chunk of data back from Salesforce. You know, if you're calling it an endpoint, so instead of getting back 1 meg of data, you could just get back what you want. So that part is exciting for me because we have there's a use case where we don't want to bombard the user's phone or the browser with lots of data.
Yeah.
And just get what we want.
Yeah, and I think that's going to be available.
It saves time as well. You don't need to keep writing lots of endpoints.
Yeah, that's brilliant. So that's kind of what we're getting in wire adapters in LWC. So your LWC can basically say, right, this is the stuff that I want, like cross object. These are the fields I want. This is the data I want to get. I guess it's reducing your API count. I don't know about the query counts. I don't know how it works. It's classed as one query then? I don't know.
It depends. If you put in the relationships,
yeah,
it can come as one fat query. Yeah.
So do it as one big thing. Yeah. So that's pretty cool, I think. It's quite handy. Dynamic components. This is going GA in Winter 24 too. This was a demo that was done on the Future of Development keynote, I think. And here we've got a nice screen. Look at my GIF. Sorry about the quality. This is a GIF. You've got a toggle and you're saying, how do I want to view this? And at runtime, the Lightning Web Components are switching out the components as being shown, which is pretty cool, isn't it? Really smart. You could have done this by having both components and then showing and hiding, but this is only bringing one of those in.
To clarify, right, we're talking about the ability to instantiate a component from a string, effectively.
Injecting a component.
It's injecting a component. Yeah.
By name.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
So technically from a string, which means if you're working on multiple applications, multiple packages, things that might need to integrate with third-party components, you're able to do that stuff by configuration instead of having package dependencies on those packages.
Can do you not have to import them? Sorry, I thought you had to import them for this. Do you have to import them? You can't do that by string in your, can you? I thought that was...
Good question. Does it import automatically or?
In my example here, we import them. there might be another route I didn't check.
Let's try not importing them and see what happens.
Okay.
Todd, your GIF there,
Yeah.
it's instantiating the different component. But
Yeah.
is it destroying the other one?
Yes. Yes.
So it's, yeah.
Yeah. So I've got code. Oh, Peter hopefully can enlighten us.
So this example, because I literally just watched the release readiness before I came here. So it's
That was
fresh in
it.
my mind. So this example was a more static example of component instantiation.
So you know which.
But they
you
had
got
a
first.
different one that was a pure text-based reference so that you could have like a custom metadata type that referenced a component, and then based on a configuration, that was the component that gets used.
I mean, that's even cooler.
So if you check the developer playlist from Dreamforce on Salesforce Plus and you watch Release Readiness Live, it's the 4th chapter, I think. They do LWC.
Wicked. I must have
Maybe
just.
the 3rd.
I cut corners. I mean, this is not the way I do my normal day-to-day work, right? I don't normally cut corners, but I cut corners here. I saw this cool thing. I thought, I'm having that. This is how it works, but there's a better way. So we'll oh, it's a different way. Oh, you're true. This would be more performant, right? This would be more performant.
This is more performant.
Yeah.
The other is more flexible, but you can't. It's less testable. You know,
Yeah.
so it has overheads that are not as good.
It always depends, right? It always depends.
When we're building apps today, they have to have plugin support. You have to be able to inject new things into them without releasing new package versions.
Not
That's
every
very
use
dependent.
case, right? Not every use case. Come on. But
If
I
you're
mean-
building a good app, you're going to want to have that stuff.
But the people here, they're like, we got cool developers. We know what components we got. We got this view. We got thumbnails. That's all we need. But let me show you. Right. So this is the code. No, it's really good. I'm really pleased we're having this discussion. And this is an example of importing it up here, and then there's some noddy if else thing down the bottom that's bringing it in.
How many people are using like platforms?
How many people are using?
How many people are using Aura? That is like 3-4 people too many.
I have to ask how many are using Visualforce too.
No. No.
Yeah, I use Visualforce, but mainly to generate PDF files.
Yeah, there's some funny. You could do some funky things with Visualforce, right?
Yeah. Visualforce remoting is all free connections, right? So you can use that without any quota. Just go for it. But it's true. It's true. I mean, it's highly unreliable and a black box and changes all the time. But it's free.
You think Mobile Caddy's going to die when they decommission Visual?
Oh no, we moved off that. I mean, we loved it because it was free, and our customers loved it because it was free. But we were like, we should not be doing this. We should not be doing this. But that's dynamic components. Oh, Workspace API. Did you see the Workspace API? So this is very cool. This is, oh, there's a video. Will it load? Yeah. So here we've got sorry to change subject so quickly. Here we've got a record detail page, and then Lightning Web Components on the right-hand side. By clicking those, we can now open subtabs within our record detail page, which is really cool, I think, isn't it? I think this is beta in winter, which allows you to then have navigation across things without doing full navigations. Therefore, not click. I'm just going to wait a minute. I'm going to go back. I'm going to wait a minute. I'm going to click another one. I'm going to, but there's none of that. It's really, really fast. And the code here is incredibly simple. We're just going to bring in this tab ID and then say, open subtab. I think, is it? Yeah, open subtab. That's it. That's very cool. Yeah. Is that all based on service?
He's asking console.
Oh, no, so no, the console API is, I think, on the roadmap. This is different from the console.
I'd love to see that behavior.
Yeah.
In Service Cloud Voice.
Possibly it's come from there.
A case and you open up a voice call and it's in the same workspace like that.
Subtabbed at the top or not. Oh, then it's probably come from there. Yeah. But it's pretty neat. And so they've kind of opened this up for devs as well. Workspace API is cool.
But the update that I'm waiting for, can we now remove from a Lightning app page the header component?
I don't know.
You can if you create your own.
Not really. Well, if you create your own template, yeah, but I'm.
Your own template, you don't have to do it there.
Yeah. Oh. Mutterings around the audience.
I'm not happy with my answer.
It's not. Yeah, I don't know. Probably. Yes, you can, but not the way you want to. And then there's the rest of this Lightning Web Component roadmap, which is, I'm going to say, is really full. I think Windows 24 is a really good release for devs across the thing. Stuff that jumps out here, I guess, is the big one on the coming soon on the left-hand column. Local development server, like proper local development. Who was it? Greg? I think it was Greg Whitworth, was really excited about this. And he's like, I really want it. I'm so stoked that we're working on it, but it's not coming yet. It's coming soon, don't know when. So that's going to be really cool. Yeah, and there's loads of things on there. What else we got? Apex roadmap. I didn't do any demos for this, but here's the roadmap. What excites you on here? Hands up, who's excited by anything up here? Martin? No coalescing. Yeah, it's going to be good. I'm excited about the data weave in Apex going GA. That's really, really powerful.
I'm very excited about that.
Yeah. The formula evaluation in Apex, it just sounds like a dragon's den of things there, maybe, but might work. And generics is going to be exciting. Anything else, anyone? Oh, no one's excited.
I don't know what most of it means.
Get out of town. It's just names, it's just marketing, right? If we discuss them, then things will get exciting.
Zip support by itself, that means when you want to handle files that could be zip, you don't have to go to Amazon just so you can have the resources to unzip it, read the files there, and then process them on there.
Yeah,
Hopefully
that's very cool.
On the platform.
Yeah.
For data wave, I'm excited about the fact that it's less wrangling of data. So if you want to shift the position of fields because you want to serve it back to the view in a different way, you don't need to loop through it. It's almost like syntactic sugaring of the map in JavaScript. Finally got into Apex, but it's data weave. So you just say, oh, I have this, like, I'm literally like just saying your presentation from like.
Better than I did, yeah, as well.
It's like you have ID field 1, field 2, and then you want just to switch them around. You just say, that's the format I want, and you just get the data. No looping, no, like, nothing, clean. That's exciting.
Yeah, data weave is going to be very cool.
If you combine the data weave with the zip, could you generate an XLSX?
Yeah, because there isn't XLSX support in data weave. Yeah, you have to maybe have an extra hop. Yeah, you could do maybe. That's exciting. Another one, what else was I excited by was, the list comparators, right? Is going to be just cool anyway. Being able to write your own custom list comparators and sorters and things. You can do that from
custom class.
Oh, from Winter 24, I think.
I'm sure you can create a custom class, implement the comparable interface, and you can sort the list.
Oh, I thought that was Winter 24.
I've done that a few times.
Oh, I don't know what it is up there now on the slide.
It's been there for years at least. So.
Yeah, there you go.
I know I've used comparable at least several years ago in Apex. I can try and find the code.
Could be. We're all living in this bleeding edge, aren't we?
Good to know that my clients have been using beta features.
Hey,
maybe.
Won't be. But come October, Amnon, you'll be in the clear. You'll be fine. And then the DevTools roadmap is really good. There's some incredible things in here. Code Builder's going GA. The Code Analyzer VS Code extension. Has anyone used Code Analyzer extension?
Anyone using PMD?
PMD in the VS Code? Yeah. So it's using all this, and it's as well as all the cool stuff on here. It's weird they didn't mention Apex Guru as well.
Sorry. How many people are using PMD at the moment? How many people write code on a daily basis? There is a diff.
Yeah.
If you don't know what PMD does, it just marks quality errors in your code. Things like you're running a query without checking for permissions, or your code complexity is 97.
That's what it actually does, but you know what the value you get out of it?
You can pass security review.
Like consistency between developer and the same team, because you all aim to the same level. It's using the same like conventions. It's amazing.
Yeah, except for that one developer who knows how that you can comment PMD comments out.
Okay. No, we don't. So this sounds like Trooper should be giving us a talk on PMD in the near future, I think. Anyone?
All I'm saying is, if I wrote them, it gets approved.
Nice quality assurance.
Okay, right. We're gonna interject here because there's also Apex Guru, which is gonna not only just tell you how your code can be more secure, it can also give you better code, right? Which is brilliant.
It's highlighting complexities and insecurities. And
yeah, a fantastic amount of stuff coming. DevOps Center's got the CLI integration, which is going to be cool. They're going to bring on integrations for Bitbucket and others. Apparently, they're building like a repo handler, which means after they've implemented Bitbucket, it should be much quicker to get GitLab and more on top, right? Which is very cool as well. Yeah. And snapshots for Scratch orgs, because who spins up Scratch orgs all the time? You've got to install a load of packages on them. Killer, right? Yeah, but this is going to allow us to have snapshots, which will hopefully cut all that time down. And there's a load of other stuff, right? Well, a massive amount of good stuff coming. So you can call me Al. Einstein for Developers is in open beta. Generative AI for Apex code, and LWC is coming. They're working on that too. There's a VS Code extension that you can install, and you can write a prompt. Say, hey, give me a class called so and so, and in it I want a method that says, get me all the build a bear. Get me all the bears. Ordered by name. I want all the fields. I want to limit it, and I want to use best practice when it comes to security. Right in your prompt.
Which forage for each bear?
And yeah, maybe you can like all this other gubbins. And then it uses your project's metadata to ground the prompt. So it can say, right, if you write, I want all the fields, it will use your S-objects definition to get the fields and write all that. It's pretty clever. They're looking for feedback. If you haven't played with it yet, you should do it in open beta. Open beta. So you can do it right now. I think I have a little video of it in action. This is a Build a Bear app. So there's my bear. I'm sorry, the text is quite small. These are the fields, right? And then you install an extension. Einstein for Developers. There it is, which is cool. Install that bad boy. You then get the most funkiest of little logos down in your left-hand bar. Look at that little guy. I love that. I'm not saying it's the best thing about it, but it's really good. And then when you've got that, you click on it, and then you can write a prompt. And I said in here, give me all the bears, limit to 50. I want all the fields, ensure security best practice or some other nonsense. You click ask. Oh, look, I'm highlighting things now. I'm highlighting. Oh, yeah, you can't ask for a custom object called bear. You have to ask for an object called bear __ C at the moment, but they're fixing all these things. I want it user mode, blah, blah, blah. Click ask, it gives me some code. Let's throw this into a new window and watch Todd go, I might need to make the text bigger for people watching. And then go, actually, no, I'm going to make it smaller again for no reason.
I know what you mean. I can see just fine.
I know, what an imbecile. But you can see here, it's given me code. It's given me a basic starter, right? So, I mean, I don't know how long it took me to write the prompt when I could have used snippets to fill all this out. But do you know what I mean? It's all coming, right? And you can ask this thing to say, oh, give me some complicated regex, or give me some complicated join, and it will take care of all that.
Exciting.
It is exciting. Yeah. So I use ChatGPT to write regex for my TypeScript all the time because my brain can't do that.
I have a question for you, Todd.
Yeah.
GIF or GIF?
It's GIF. GIF.
How many people say regex?
GIF.
Raise your hands. Regex.
Don't out yourself.
Regex.
And regex?
Regex? Yeah. Yeah.
Regular. Not regular.
Giraffe. Yeah, you should put that on a t-shirt, Peter. That's brilliant. And then there's a whole feedback thing. Sorry, jumping because we're running behind now. We're admin time for sure. There's a feedback thing, so you can see the prompts that you've generated, the code is output, and then you can send feedback to the devs. And actually, they're really openly responsive at the moment. I've had Twitter dialogues with them about this, because was just using bare, not bare, underscore C, and my all fields wasn't being populated, and I had to refresh. So they're really enthused about getting like feedback on this. So have a play. It's very cool.
Anyone signed up?
Anyone else used Einstein for Developers yet? Install but not use. First step's the hardest. Will my code ever be shared outside? Well, no, they say no. Salesforce treats your code, blah, 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 MSA, blah, blah, blah. But some of your code and its schema can be used to improve Einstein for Developers and train CodeGen. So, yes, I think. Is it?
They asked for submissions as far as where they got their code from.
Yeah.
And CodeGen is an open source model, so you can actually go and see it on Hugging Face.
Right.
So it's available out there.
So your code, right? But they're saying your code can be used to help further progress CodeGen. I didn't see any toggles for volunteering or non-volunteering. Well, I had to sign up somewhere. I don't know. Maybe there is, but this seemed a bit weird. Like no, and then yes, but there's probably a small print. Obviously, doing these slides late at night, I didn't read any of that. So, but yeah, just so you know, this thing is in the T's and C's. Thank you very much. That's it for our Dreamforce.